Now I am going to show you how to work with the third option, that is actually multi-dimensional array. So what is actually multi-dimensional array? That has one or more arrays. That means an array, if it contains another array, then actually that will be a multi-dimensional array. So how I can work with that? You can just go, for example, I am going to show an example, person equal to this array, for example Arifin, then Bangladesh, and then age is 30, for example. So this is actually a single array, not multi-dimensional. If you want to create a multi-dimensional array, then I am just going to keep a set here, and I am going to put something like this. So this is one person, this is another person, this is another person. So here, for example, Peter, and here another person is Smith, and here I am going to give the country names, for example Canada, and this one is, for example, USA, and this is 40, this is 25. So this is actually a multi-dimensional array. Why? This is because this is the whole thing is into an array, and as an array element, you see that in any array, this is an element, this is another element, and this is another element. Here this is an element, this is another element, this is another element. That means just think like this. Just think like this. What we did here, one element, another element, another element. Here in the main element, main array, one element, another element, and another element. That means each element is particularly a separate array, right? So array into array. So this is actually multi-dimensional array. If I want to get the first person name, how I can call? So here I will have to call, but here remember that this is not an associative array. Associative array can also be multi-dimensional. I will show you that later, but for now this is a simple index array, and the index array is multi-dimensional index array, right? So here if you want to give person 0 of 0, this is the first element of the main array, so this index is 0, and in this element I want to get the first element, so that is also 0. So in that case, if I refresh, you will see that what will come here. I did not give any echo, so echo. Now refresh, you see that first one comes. That means the person one's name is this, like this. Person one name is this. So I am going to refresh, you see that person one name is this. This is the country. So I am going to show person on country. So this is actually the first element in the main array, so this is 0 is okay, and here the country name is second element, that means 0 1. So here I will call person of 0 1. Now let's refresh. Person on country is this, it is working, and after each element I am going to give a new line. Okay, so like this. Another one is person on age, this is 0 of 2. Refresh, you see that this is the person on data. Similarly, what I can do, I can just copy everything from here, person 2, person 2, person 2. So you see that this is the second element of the main array, that means 0 1. So here it will be 1, and in this case the name is the first element in this inner array, so this is 0, so 1 0. That's so good. 1 0 1 1 and 1 2. In the similar way it will show the person 2 data. You see that person 2 data now comes. Similarly, what I can do, I can show the person 3, name 3, country, and person 3 is, this will be 2021, 21 and 22. Now I am going to refresh. You see that the third one comes here. So this is actually this is actually the multi-dimensional array. In order to show all the data of the multi-dimensional array using a loop, what I will do, for example, the person 000102. So in that case, what I will have to do, for example, I am going to use a for loop here. Here first it will be started that index is 0 in its array, so I am going to start it with 0, and then I less than what, I less than, for example, here 3, and I plus plus. So the 3 items will come, that means this one, and this one. So into each particular item, now I will I will retrieve using another loop, that is another for into that is j equal to 0, j less than what, j less than 3, and j plus plus. In there I am going to copy anything from here and just going to paste it. Instead of person 1, you see that I0, that means here I can concat the data. Instead of 1, it will be I plus 1, right? Like this. So here the index is 0, that means it will show person 1 name, 0 plus 1. And here you see that the data will come like this. When I equal to 0, then it will come 0, that means the first one is going to give I, and the second one I will put here j. So when I equal to 0, this loop will run, that means I equal to 0, that means 0 0 0 1 0 2, in this way. Second iteration I will be 1, and then it will come on 0 on 1 on 2, this way. So this is the name, and then second one will be country, and the third one will be age. So here I equal to 0, and the second one, here is another thing to understand, that is when I am into the inner loop, what is going to be happened. In the inner loop, actually person I plus 1 name is equal to, okay, 0 0, here 0 0 0 1, so here it will come here. Actually I can do it into one array, right? I can probably do it like this. So let's do that. That is 0 plus 1. Here I am going to put it 0 1 and here 2. It will be actually the method here in order to show the everything. Now let's check it. The output is the same. Okay, you cannot do it using the two-dimensional array because here 0 1 2 each time it is coming actually. So this is the best method. I hope you have understood how I have worked here in order to get the output from this array. So this is a multi-dimensional array without any key. Now I am going to give you another example. The multi-dimensional array you can call, for example, this one I am going to copy and here I am going to paste like this. In order to assign a multi-dimensional array, in order to give, I am just going to do another thing. Okay, as I will need a key value pair, so I am going to write everything like this, so it will help me. So I am going to do this in a good format, so like this, like this. So I will assign a key each time. For example, this is an element, so this element must have a key. I am going to give here a key name that will be assigned like this. For example, person 1. Okay, this one I am going to give here, that is person 2, and another one is I am going to give here, that is person 3. Okay, and each element inside I will give here another one, that is like this, full name. Another one is country, and this one is age, like this. So that same thing I am going to write it. I am going to give a gap here. Okay, so like this one, full name, I am going to paste it. The country name here I am going to give it. The age I am going to give it here. So this is actually an associative array, an associative multi-dimensional array. Okay, so how I can get the data? For example, I want to give the name Arifin. So here you will just write person of what will be here, person 1, right? So key will have to give here person 1, and in the person 1 I am going to get the full name. So what will be the person on full name? Let's go to check. This is Arifin. So in this way I can give here person 2 full name, I can give here person 3 full name. So all the 3 names will come here. I am going to refresh. You see that this is the first person's name, this is the second person's name, and this is the third person's name. Also I can get all other data. For example, person of person on country, it will come here. If you do not give here anything, for example, if you just put like this, how now I can call this element? You see that these elements I did not put any associative key here, so here this will be treated as 0. It is into the main array, outer array. This has index 0, this is 1, and this is 2. So here I will have to call 0 of full name, but into the inner array there is the keys. Okay, so I will have to assign key here. So 0 of full name, here is 1 of full name, here is 2 of full name. So refresh and it is working. So in this way you can work with the multi-dimensional array and get the values from here using the associative array.